YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and welcome back to another amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode. This one was quite the doozy for me, and you'll see why in a minute. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button. We are on the march for 1,000 subscribers, so do your boy a favor and help us get there. So without anything else, let's just get started with this crazy Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. So round one, my branded heroes versus Sprite. So I'm not really making excuses, but I kind of put the deck together like 10 minutes before the locals started, so I didn't quite get all the numbers I wanted and stuff like that, but you know what, it's all cool. I think it was time to try out the deck again. It's been quite a while since I played branded heroes, and with new branded support coming out, it's pretty good to get me starting to practice again. But anyway guys, as you can see, Sprites is just popping off. I did imperm the gigantic Sprite, but I had one of those hands where I just needed certain things to go off. So as you can see, we branded opening here. He actually just uses Toad to bring out a Swamp Frog. I discarded the Dogma out my hand to get a Luber. He negates and takes it, but I already had a branded fusion in my hand. We used branded fusion, chaining droplet, but it didn't matter. I just did it just to do it because I literally had nothing. So game 2 is kind of the same thing. We hero lives for Stratos. Stratos gets impermed, and we pass our turn, and half my life gone, and just Sprites getting to pop off. That's pretty much just gonna be all she wrote. But while you guys can watch that, I'll just explain. I just want to try this deck again. Seeing how Tax Dragon really hurts tier elements if they don't have a response to it was really what I was going for here, but we didn't really get to do that. But anyway, round 2 is actually against tier elements. I don't get to go first. But it was mostly the Kashtira cards that was just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just going to warn you guys now. When pure Kashtira comes out, it's going to be a problem. So if you can find a way to not play a light and dark deck that's actually really good, I would heavily suggest it, because Kashtira is going to be an issue. I had so much trouble in this match. It's game 1. He looks at my extra deck. He actually banished my Sunrise, which actually ended up, funny enough, actually hurting me a little bit. He Time Thief Redoers. I could have responded with Droplet, but I didn't. He actually just took Malicious. Then I was like, of course, the one time I don't respond, it takes Malicious, a card I kind of need. But as you can see, we get a Luber out. Shadow Mist searched us our Ferris. Having to read everything because I'm like, I don't know what everything did. So we branded Fusion. He attempts to negate. This is what we have our Droplet for. I negate the XC's monsters just to do it. Then again, guys, it's been a minute since I played this deck. I'm out of practice with it. And sure, I have it on Master Duel, but it's not at full power considering, the opening's not at 3, Fusion Destiny's not at 3. So it's just a little bit different on Master Duel. Plus, we have stuff like Max C to give us our draw power. And anyway, that doesn't really matter. But as you can see, I'm trying to go for my Tax Dragon plays here. But I mess up. I should have used Ferris to tribute the Albion, but I got rid of the Jester, which was stupid on my part. As I was kind of just misplaying all day, because I didn't normal summon, so that's why we normal summoned the Ferris. And as you can see, Ab Zero is there because we don't have a Sunrise, and we did draw 2, and we actually drew into double Stratos, which kind of sucked. But I should have definitely sacrificed my Albion, which was a huge misplay on my part, because now I don't have my branded in red, which now learning is not really the best one to use anymore. It's this branded banishment. So there's definitely going to be some newer cards hitting this deck for the Despia stuff, because I just haven't been in the loop. This is almost kind of the same build I've had built a long time ago, except I tried it with some Neo stuff. But other than that, it's kind of the same build, just a little bit different. But anyway, yeah, this Kashtira stuff, that continuous spell, just being able to revive a Kashtira card like every turn was just ridiculous. And then, you know, you got the crazy tier element cards on top of it. Like, I cannot wait for this ban list, you guys. Like, they gotta just do something. Like, I guess it's Havnus. I guess the one that you know, reveal it in your hand and pitch it. That one's got to get hit to 1, man, because that one is just too goddamn good. Like, just seeing it in your hand and just being able to do it whenever is just too good. Too good. It has to get hit to 1. There's just for my picks for a ban list, I can't name everything off the bat, but Instant Fusion needs to be banned. I think it's Havnus I'm thinking about. That needs to get hit to 1. Definitely just some limits on some of the tier element cards, because them all being maxed out at 3 is just too goddamn much. Like, some of them they just need to get hit just a little bit with their consistency, because it's just ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't be able to mill 5 cards and you're like, chain link 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, I shouldn't have to see a chain link 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of just getting ran over here because I just misplayed so bad with my Albion, and then he was banishing all my Despia targets for the branded in red. So that's why I don't want to play the branded in red anymore either, because he was just banishing all my Despia targets. Game 2, it didn't go as well for me either. Even though we do get to go first, it was activate shifter, chain opening, so that way my card could still go to the graveyard. But I just mostly sided the shifters just to slow the deck down, but it was just mostly just controlling the board with the Kashtira cards. So yeah, as you can see, I'm like rereading my cards. I'm like I can do them forever, right? Because it's just been a minute. So but it just didn't matter, you know. Here comes a Fenrir, and then add a unicorn, and then he activates that continuous. I can't remember what that card is, because for some reason I just could not get a good camera angle with my iPad the other day. I don't know what the deal was, but yeah, as you can see, just crashing over my stuff. Why are the monsters just should not be that goddamn big? Like, you know, one of them summons itself for free, and then you get a spell that just lets you normal summon one without tributing, and then you got these tier element cards. Like, golly, man, and then, like, I was hoping with this mill I would get some good hits, but I hit all my spell cards. Like, it was like you saw the double hero lives, my polymerization, which I really needed on my turn. Pretty much this turn here, I really needed that polymerization to get going. So that was my mistake for only having 1 in the deck when I know I normally play 2. So that was my mistake. So it's just a lot of errors in last night's performance. But so I will definitely be taking some time in the den, fixing. You know, that's my laboratory, the den. My office here. We're gonna definitely take some time in the den to fix this deck up, because of course I love playing Heroes, you guys, but I just wanted to give it just a little break, considering I've been kind of playing the deck for a month straight. So I just wanted to try something a little different, knowing that branded cards are coming out. Just wanted to try to get in the flow with how the cards work again, so, you know, if I face up against it when they have their newer stuff, I know how to somewhat deal with it. And then the Kashtira cards, golly, I just could not get over that game. Like, I was so traumatized by the banishing my face down stuff. Like, where in round 3, when my opponent would banish my cards, I was like, okay. It was like, no, face up. I was like, oh, sorry, I was just traumatized by my last game. And then, yeah, pretty much I just get ran over here. So round 3, which is also what I was talking about. Round 3, Heroes versus, well, branded Heroes versus Despia, which, you know, of course has the, of course they got the branded, the Kashtira stuff in it because they're just too damn good. And so if I didn't have the Heroes mixed in there, I would probably find a way to squeeze the Kashtira stuff, but I was like, I don't need to squeeze in Kashtira and Heroes and branded. Like that's just too many cards. But as you can see, I was trying to remember what some of these did, but you know, there was the branded and lost, which is not gonna be a real big issue for me. I think the board was just Lubellion. No, it was, sorry, not Lubellion. It was like Mirror Jade, and I think that was it, to be honest. The other spell card, as you can see, it was like one of the Kashtira ones, where it's like if you control a Kashtira monster or something like that. But of course, you know, there's no Kashtira monsters on board. We go for our branded opening, pitching. I can't remember what I pitched. I think it was Shadow Mist. If I'm searching for a hero, yeah, it was definitely a hero because I remember searching for a hero. So yeah, there goes Ferris, and then there goes Red because we already had a branded fusion in hand. We go for our branded fusion, which actually successfully resolves. I think we send Albaz and Malicious here. It should be Malicious. No, it was Denier because Malicious is actually in our hand for Ferris. This time I actually remember some of the stuff that was in my hand because I know you guys want to see what my hands are like, but sometimes I just kind of forget to, like, when the game's like going, I forget to kind of, like, you know, do the reveal. But that's why I try to just memorize what was in my hand. But as you can see, like, let's see, there goes my Lubellion. I'm trying to remember what's happening. I wasn't paying attention anymore. Yeah, we do our hero vision, hero plays, but of course, I was kind of, where I messed up was, because like I said, I was just messing up I had a lot of stuff happen actually the other day, so I was just kind of not really in the game state mind. I was just kind of you know, blowing some steam off, playing some Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, that's just how it goes. But I could have made DPE, I could have done some hero plays if I didn't put Lubellion in the, you know, if I would have put Lubellion in the extra monster zone, we would have been in a lot better spot. But with branded heroes, my zones get plugged up really easily, so that's why we actually play the, you know, the plasma and the dogma, so we can clear up some of those zones a lot easier. But we didn't have access to those. Pretty much when my board got cleared, I was like, I just gotta make a wall. Like, just make a wall. But, you know, I get 2 cards got rid of pretty easily with that, yeah, with the trap that I need to play, that branded banishment. I don't remember I already forgot what that damn thing was called, but, you know, he fused away my stuff for, you know, one of his. I think that's what happened. Yeah, those 2. Lost my Denier and my Malicious, and yeah, my board is just gonna get ran over completely. But yeah. But anyway, guys, game 2 is actually, well, game 2 is gonna be coming up. As you can see, I get ran over here. Game 2 is gonna be a little bit different for me. We would have won the game if I would have just done one thing, and I thought about it after I left. I was like, if I would have made Sunrise, I would have won, which sucks, and I'll explain to you here. So, as you can see, we're doing like all of our, you know, regular plays here, which is, you know, having the Hero Lives and opening is absolutely insane. Like, I love it so much. This is just full combo. As you can see, here's our first Masquerade. You know, we normal summon our Vion, sending, I think, Malicious, using Malicious to summon Malicious, tribute the Malicious mirror, tribute them to make Dogma. And I had Polymerization in my hand, and if I would have fused Stratos with Vion, I would have been cool, because my Masquerades, even though I had the one in defense, the one Masquerade I had on the field would have been fine. Because he actually just has to go around only playing 3 cards. So as you can see, he's already down to 16. He has 1 more card activation, which is basically the Albion fusing, which puts him at 400. But if I would have made Sunrise, because I could have just fused the Dogma off with, you know, the branded in red to make the other Masquerade. If I would have made the Sunrise, my the one Masquerade I had in attack position would have been 29, and he would not have been able to get over it. He would not have been able to continue making more plays, and that's kind of just where the duel gets kind of just thrown away from that one minor mistake. So I should have just, because I thought about it, I was like, I shouldn't overextend and make Sunrise, but it was literally, but I didn't think about it. I actually honestly didn't think he would be able to put 2 bodies on board without that many effects that were enough to run over the 2 Masquerades. But yeah, that's gonna be kind of just wrapping this duel up soon, because I kind of just get overwhelmed with the you know, pretty much the card advantage. He had a lot more card advantage over me. So, but anyway, guys, that will basically be it for this Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode. Hopefully, I have better in the next. If you guys want to continue seeing branded heroes, let me know down in the comments, and that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.